Hi, this is Rafaela. I'm not AI generated. It's not my picture being generated in video. It's me, myself. Um, I found out today, early in the morning, when I was using Canva, that we have like this feature here. I never seen it before, but now I saw it and I loved it. So it's a screen recorder. So it doesn't only record the screen, but also records you. So it's really great if you want to have like one center for your students to have. It doesn't have to be an AI tool itself, but you want them to do a task and you're dividing your kids into centers. So this center, they're going to get this iPad and they have to they have to watch the instructions there. And you just can do what you have to do on the screen and record yourself or even I don't know, like I have a camera that I connect to the laptop and I can also use that to illustrate what I want. So the camera is going to be recording my table and I can have myself being recorded here as well. So the kids can see me and can watch what I'm doing. And then I can just leave that tablet in the middle of the table for that center, specific center, and the kids are going to watch and listen to my instructions while I'm helping another group, like on a one-on-one um, assessing or whatever and I have to do. So this is facilitating and I'm going to be using this. Okay, this done. And let me go with my presentation here. I'm not going to put this just for you to see. If I put it bigger, this side on the left bottom part of the screen is going to cover the whole presentation because I cannot roll down. It's just go left and right, I guess. But the limitation for this screen recorder is that I cannot move along the little me here, the window that I have my face, which I didn't like much, to be very honest. So I'm going to keep this like this. All right. So artificial intelligence in early childhood education. Let me try to talk very fast. Uh, First, for teachers, it's very helpful. It's reduced a lot the workload and the time that we have, like we used to spend, like creating worksheets or any kinds of resources and planning, thinking about differentiated activities. So that came very handy. So it's very helpful. It's very useful. It not only reduced the amount of time that we spent trying to think or research or and creating the activities themselves, but also helped like how to be more visual, more creative, more engaging. So you can create videos, you can create games, you can create many things, and that's going to make your lessons more attractive, more appealing, right? And also, it's something that you're going to add up to your play-based learning and hands-on activity. So it's something extra. And in the world that we live now, everything is so technologic that, and all the kids, although not everyone has a tablet at home, but everything is technological. Tech, you know what I mean. So they have contact, they are in touch with technology all the time, with AI all the time. They might not have a tablet, but their parents have cell phones and they know already how to use Siri or how to use Alexa that probably they have it at home. So, yes, we have to be aware that this is our life now, right? Their technologies and artificial intelligence is part of our lives, right? So it's very helpful for teachers, but also for students. And it is helpful for students because the AI tools that we must, I'm going to try, probably I'm going to talk about everything here and there, not following the slides, but one thing that we have to be aware is what we're choosing to have our students using. So we have to be not only ethical, but we have to use our thinking brains and see if it's appropriate. if it's age appropriate for our students, thinking that, oh, okay, this is good for primary school. Okay, so your friend like suggested this application, and then when you're going to use with your kids, they are not so good because your kids could not do what the application, the platform was proposing. So we have to be aware of that as well, if it's age appropriate, if the content it's being respectful in many ways, but we try to go there. But also we must take advantage of AI tools and introduce, not only introduce because they are already introduced, but like we must use them uh, more often in our classes, because that it's like a support for our lessons that enhances our work for creating and generating stuff, and like working on report cards, lesson plans, and worksheets and whatever, but also enhances the way that kids are learning. So we have to think about that. If you combine the AI tool with a hands-on activity on the same day, for example, you are going beyond, because you're using Piaget, and you can also use Vygotsky theory of being working in collaboratively, having interaction between the peers and the teacher, the scaffolding way. Okay, so like everything can work together as like a machine, with the AI tool. So, for example, I presented world wall, right? So let me use my world wall here. Okay, we're talking about sea animals. Okay, and they are playing here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do? Oh, it's a quiz. Let's see. I don't know which one it is. Let me see this one that is easier. So I have to match. Okay, so I'm gonna match my animals here. Let's check. Okay, I did. So I played once, twice, three times. I also changed the game. I played again with the same animals. But then my time is up. I have to go to the next station. Okay. And then when I go to my next station, um, I have to match the cards, so I can provide the students like cards with the vocabulary that we just saw in this game, and provide some toy animals. And I can mix the animals there, like farm animals with the sea animals. And the kids have to get the card and match with the toy animal, for example. Or I can even ask them to draw. Okay, so I need to have hands-on activity blended, implemented with the AI that I'm using. So this is going to help my student to build their knowledge. Okay, and I also have to think about having the kid like to be how can I say, to try to go to go beyond. So I cannot only give easy tasks, or things that are on their level. I have always to think about like something that is going to challenge them. If they finish the activity, I have to think about like having extra activity for the fast finishers. So that's going to be something that is going to make my student think beyond of what he just learned. And I can use the AI tool as an activity to be done as a fast finisher. So, but like, okay, so you worked already with your activity, you were already on your station, you had your sensory exploration. Now you finished, so you can go get a tablet, and you have the instructions there. I can leave one tablet with the video instructions there. Why not? So I have to think about those two theories when I'm planning. So I have to, although I can use sometimes to have individualized work, I can use many of the AI tools can be used collaboratively. If the tool itself doesn't provide collaborative work, I can make my students, like I can make two students to work together and one help the other, and they take turns on who is going to press the button, but like they are working together. So these are the two pillars that we have to always take into consideration when planning. And it's not only because it's AI tool that we're going to forget about Piaget and Vygotsky. Okay, also this. So we have to use DAP to ensure the teaching is like according to their levels. All right. So I'm running out of time. Okay, so the tools here that we have, they are each one works in a different way. Magic School AI, and okay, is mainly Twinkle, also CuriPod, but Magical School Eye and Twinkle, they create resources. They help with the learning lesson plans and everything. CuriPod, it creates the activity. The word wall, it gives you an alternative way for you to work. Instead of a worksheet, you can work as games. Book Creator, you can create a book. It can be collaboratively or individual. So all of these tools, they are very good, but they have like lots of benefits, but they also have limitations. So for the Book Creator, for example, it's that like the kid, like it needs adult guide, it needs support from the teacher. What else? uh, I'm trying to see if one of them has something different, but like in general, all of these tools, they need to have like the teacher has to review before handing or like showing to the kids, or generating and printing out activities. We always have to uh, check, okay, to double check sometimes, because this is part of our ethical considerations. So the algorithm bias, for example. So we have to evaluate what is being delivered. Okay, we have to be aware of the diversity, of the fairness of the content that is being there for our kids to be exposed to. Also, think about the cultural point. It has to be very respectful, and especially here in the UAE, so it's a very delicate very sensitive content. So we have to be aware of what we're going to give our students. We just don't scroll down on like ChatGPT, give me examples of AI that I can use with my students, and you just like download it and you don't try it. No, we have to be aware of what you were giving to your students. Equity and access, for example, students who don't have tablets. How am I going to give this as a homework? Okay, you can go home practice. You're going to use the World Wall game. You can choose what you're going to play, but you're working with CVC words. Okay, but I don't have a tablet at home. So what you can do, you have the option to print out the games. So it's going to be printed out in some of them can be printed. So you are offering a way that your child, that your student can access that activity, but without having the tablet. So, but there, he's not going to be excluded. So you're thinking about inclusion here. Data privacy is something like the very important thing that like we have to be aware of what kind of data is being collected, and it's very important that we are sure that the data of our students and like images of them are not being collected and not going to be shared with the provider. um, it's provider, I forgot the word, but yeah, who created the tool. Also, we have to be aware of how long it takes from the kid to do the activity using that AI tool. So screen time is also something very important. So this was just like an example on how to use World Wall, trying to have like Piaget's concept, and Vygotsky's as well. So hands-on activity, play-based, and interaction and working collaboratively using World Wall. Okay. And we have to remember that those two theories must be the first thing that we think about when we are implementing the AI tool. And we must think about working collaboratively. We must think about how much interaction the kids can have it. We must think about how those that lesson can be implemented with hands-on activity or play-based. It has to be something that it doesn't keep your student only on the screen. Remember that the AI tool comes to support your lesson. It doesn't come to replace you. It is going to help you in differentiation and also in the engagement. This is something that the kids love using tablets, but they also need um, teacher to help them. Okay, so it's not like you don't need me because you have the tablet. And commit to ongoing professional learning. Yeah, we have to think that the technology is evolving, so it's our responsibility that we have to be aware of if the tool is appropriate for our students stage, for our students age. So that's it. I tried to, I don't know how much time I talked. I guess it was like a lot. Thank you for watching. Give your like at the end of the video. Thank you so much.